So I'm about to go off, right? I'm about to go off. Black women, women in general, but especially black women, you're not going to start shaming men, especially black men, into marrying you after you are out here living your best life for you. Right? I'm going off because of two videos that's out. The first one is the K Michelle Cam Newton video. The second one is the Brandy Ray J video. So if you not see, K Michelle went on an interview with Cam Newton, and a couple of clips are out. And if you watch what's going on in that interview, first K Michelle went off glorifying moving to Nashville because she's saying that white men there who is into country music are marrying their woman. And if you're not married, or if you're not in a committed relationship, or not committing yourself to a woman in country music, you're not going to have a career. They're not going to listen to you. They're not going to even give you the time of day, which is true because I listen to country music. I'm on record, right? And all the songs and everyone is married except for I can't remember this guy. What's his name, right? But they're all about committed relationship. And she was saying that when it comes to black music, right? All the songs are degrading women and talking about side chicks and baby mama and having a bunch of women, right? Okay, so let's talk about it. Who are the leading female singers in black hip hop music, right? Okay. Who are? Cardi B. Okay. Weren't y'all just cheering Cardi B for leaving her husband for even worse F-boy? Yay, Cardi B, leave Offset. Yay, Cardi B, yay. Right? Y'all was just cheering her for leaving her husband. Now, I know that if a relationship is bad, you're going to leave. But why would you leave him for a known cheater? Somebody even worse than him. Wouldn't you say stay with your husband? Because all these women that's married from yesteryear, they stay with their husband through thick and thin. Besides him cheating, have he did anything bad to Cardi B other than cheating? Did he, you know what I mean? Because he was on her. Remember, he went to Nicki Minaj about to get in it with her husband and the goons for Cardi B. You think Stephon Diggs is going to do that? You think Stephon Diggs is going to put his life on the line for Cardi B against Nicki Minaj goons? Okay, let's go. So who's next? Meg Thee Stallion. Yeah, Lion. Tory Lanez. Yeah, you lie on him. Get him stabbed 14 times in prison because because he want to get a career off. Yay. Okay. Megan Thee Stallion. Right? Y'all was just cheering Megan Thee Stallion. Yay, get Tory arrested. Lie on him. Yay. Okay. That's who you want us to marry. The woman that was out here sleeping with everybody. The baby, all these guys. Okay. Who's next? Glorilla, yay! F-R-E-E-F in a free, yay, him, her, right? The girl who you just gave best gospel album to for talking about how she don't got her got her, and she's outside showing up for a moose knuckle, and she's in 7 p.m. Fridays, 95 degree. She ain't got, like, you know what I mean? That's the woman, right? Those are the women in black. Those are the leading rappers in black music. Unless you want to talk about Nicki Minaj, well, she's married to, who she's married to. Not going to get into that. But look how she talked to men. Look how Nicki Minaj talked to men. Right? Okay. So let's do a comparison. Since you want to compare black man and hip-hop music to country man and country music in Nashville, and talk about how they go in at 6 o'clock and what are their wives doing compared to you guys? Because what are their wives doing? Because when they go in, their wives cook dinner, made them breakfast for them to go outside to work, and there's a big dinner. When I talk about dinner, that when they come in, that house is clean top to bottom, right? From top to bottom. Those wives are submissive, because y'all hate that word. Because y'all say, I don't want to submit. They submit. And not talking about, because he had money. They submit to him when he was in high school. They submit to him when he didn't have money. They submitted because they wanted to be his wife. In country music, this is what country music, listen to just to both sides of the stories. They cook dinner, full dinner, all day. And they do it every day. They're a wife every day. Because y'all was out here talking about y'all don't cook, y'all don't clean, but y'all want us to give you a ring. You understand what you're talking about? Meanwhile, y'all talking about, oh, their husband going at 6 o'clock and they cherish their wife and they want to be married. Because they're wives. You're not a wife. What have you been doing in the last 10 years to contribute to a man? To the man that you want to marry? Because K. Michelle did a whole interview with her tatas out. You think those country women are doing that? Showing her tatas to men? K. Michelle went on stage and took off her shirt and showed her tatas to the crowd. You think those women that's married is doing that? You think a wife does that? There's a scripture that I heard, not a scripture, a saying from a pastor that say, you're not a wife when I marry you. You're a wife when I met you. You become my wife when I marry you. Because a woman that needs to become a wife walk in the spirit of a wife. If you walk in the spirit of a wife, a man will marry you. But if you walk in the spirit of a girlfriend, then men will play with you. A good example of that is Brittany Renner. Look how fast Brittany Renner got married the moment she decided to move in the spirit of a wife to a successful man, right? Look how fast that happened. A man found her when she decided that she's gonna tame herself and move in the spirit of a man, of a wife, right? It's crazy because how y'all want to be married, but y'all keep saying stuff like, I am the table. What have you done and what have you planned to do? What do you plan to do to contribute to a man's life? You know what I mean? What have you even done for any man? Because y'all say, yo, y'all ain't gonna do, y'all not his mama. Look at what y'all were talking about for the last couple of years. Look at who you glorified. Like, y'all the same one talking about Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. Y'all the same one who cheer Hailey Bailey, whatever her name is, for taking the child away from DDG. Even though he was a good father. Yay! Take his kid away from him. Yay! Because, yay! Y'all was cheering that. Y'all was cheering every time a woman divorced a man to take out his money. Yay! Take out his money. Yay! You think black men are out here not trying to get married? Then why are we moving to other countries marrying other races of women? What you're not noticing is that black men are marrying. You know what I mean? You're mad because now they're marrying other races of women. And as Kevin Samuels said, y'all now going to the shaming tactics, shame, insult, guilt. Because the moment you're not married, then you start calling black men all type of sassy and stuff like that. Or the moment a black man speak to you, you call him or tell you something strong like Kevin Samuels, y'all started to come back with attitude and shaming tactics. Oh, he must be sassy. He hate black women. You know what I mean? It's crazy because when a black man tell you something, you give attitude. When we tell you, don't go outside dressed like that, K. Michelle, right? Y'all tell him like, okay, no, I dress how I want to dress. No man can tell you how to dress. You want to be a man's wife, but he can't tell you nothing. You think that the country singer's wife, your husband, can't tell his wife, don't go outside just like that, honey? And she's not going to say yes there. A man can't tell you how to do, what to act, how to go on about your life, right? When y'all was out here racking up bodies. How many country singers do you know are married girl who have multiple baby daddies? What you talking about? You ain't talking about nothing. How much of y'all have multiple baby daddies? Now, I'm going off on the K. Michelle. I need to go to Brandy because this video is getting long, right? So, I see a video of Brandy trying to shame her brother Ray J into marrying. What, the girl that throw liquor in his face in front of everybody? You think it's conducive of a wife to embarrass her possible husband on a public platform because she felt away? Like, a wife is not thanks to Charles Charlton White. A wife her action of a wife is not conducive of an action of a man. And then I say her husband, I say her man. Because remember, you walk in the spirit of a wife before. You're always a wife. You're always a wife. You always behave yourself in grace and respect. Not because of how a man you're sleeping with acts, but because you carry yourself in that manner. Think about all the Muslim women that's married. They never move that way. They move as if they're a lady. You understand? Whatever a man does, do not move them, because in their mind is, this is how a lady acts. This is how a queen acts. This is how a wife acts. So as I made a comment like, is Brandy married? No. Then okay, that's it. I get mad comments, mad backlash in my comment section talking about, Brandy was married, and are you married? Why? I'm not giving marriage advice to Ray J. I'm not giving marriage advice to anybody. What? It's common sense. Why would you take marriage advice from a woman that's not married? From anyone who's not married, especially anyone who's not successfully married. Why would you take advice from somebody who's unsuccessful at what they're giving advice at? Right? Because I didn't even know Brandy was not. I think she was married, what, 23? Forever ago. It didn't work out. Whatever. And yeah, what black women are not admitting is that y'all were out here doing some wild stuff. You know what I mean? Y'all was out here sleeping with your female friends and their husband. Y'all was out here going to Jamaica, having the bam. Do you not see what's going on when it comes to black women? How many other race of women you see posting videos of themselves in Jamaica on the riverside, having a random stranger rub up their coochie, rub up their tatas and the kitty cat? Like, I'm writing hearts, random strangers in Jamaica doing that to you, but you want to be somebody's wife, or you bugging out, You think a wife? Tell me how much women in Nashville is doing that. Go ahead, go Google Nashville women go to Jamaica to get a coochie rub out, and show me the video, because I can find many video online of black women doing that. Come on, what you talking about? You ain't talking about nothing. You ain't talking about nothing. Come on. You think, like, what if, before you start going off, what have you done? What have you done? Because what have you done? What have you done personally? Yeah, I can go off on this video. This video is going to be a long one, right? But I need to go to the gym. You know what I mean? And before you ask, whatever, I'm going to go to the next video, because I want to talk about a woman at my job trying to shame me. As Kevin Samuel said, I'm going to go into a lot more, bro, because it's going to be a long video.